my 5 favourite breakfast recipes. You guys seem to really like the last recipe video I made, and if you haven't seen it yet, I'll put a link below. Go check it out. But today we're focusing on my favourite meal, breakfast. We've got a whole host of stuff. We've got weekend brunch style recipes, low carb recipes, meal prep style recipes, so there should be one for you. So enjoy watching the food porn, and yeah, let me know what you think below.
So we're starting with the peanut butter porridge. This is my favourite warming breakfast at the moment. It's so creamy and delicious and super easy on these autumnal mornings. You obviously need oats, chia seeds, you're going to need some peanut flour. I'm going to link this where you can get that below. You need stevia drops. This is optional. You could use honey or agave or something like that. Almond milk and your fruit for topping. I used fresh figs, blueberries and delicious fresh raspberries. So you're going to add all your dry ingredients to a bowl, starting with oats, then your chia seeds and then the peanut flour. Stir all of the ingredients together so they're nice and combined, and then you're going to add your water, about 250 millilitres of water, until it's quite watery. You can see here this is the consistency you want. Make sure once again it's like really thoroughly combined. Then you're going to pop that in the microwave for 2 minutes. Keep an eye on it though, because you might have to do a bit more or a bit less. You want it to come out once again quite textured, quite thick, and as you can see here, it comes out quite creamy. So stir that all up again and add your splash of almond milk to help cool it down. At this point you want to probably microwave it for another 30 or 40 seconds. So stir it all in so the milk's nice and combined, and then you're going to pop it back in the microwave. Here I'm adding some stevia drops to help sweeten, but you could use an alternative. And then I'm going to add some almond milk once again to help cool it down so it's a nice temperature to eat. So stir that all in. Lots of stirring in this video, I'm telling you now. Now the Instagrammer inside of you really has to come out. You're going to top your porridge with lots of fruit. I'm starting with fresh figs, then I'm adding blueberries, then I'm adding raspberries so it looks aesthetically pleasing for an Instagram photo. You guys know the drill. And of course, what bowl of peanut butter porridge is complete without some peanut butter? I'm using the Pip and Nut crunchy maple peanut butter. It's so good. Oh, look at it. It's so creamy and delicious. I totally recommend this. And it's the perfect combination with this recipe, so enjoy. So for my savoury breakfast fans, we're making some smoky egg and avocado breakfast wraps, which are so quick and easy to do and so delicious. I'm telling you now, this is my new discovery. I've already had it like twice this week. So you need 3 eggs, about 1/4 of an avocado, some wraps. I'm using these sweet potato wraps, smoked paprika, spinach. So you need to break your eggs into a bowl. In this recipe, I'm using 1 whole egg and 2 egg whites, but it's totally up to you, the egg ratio you prefer. If you want 2 whole eggs, 1 egg white, it's totally up to you, but I prefer to get lots of protein from my eggs rather than my fats. So I'm whisking those all together with a bit of almond milk, like so. Then you just pour that liquid into a non-stick pan. I'm not using any oil or anything with this recipe. I'm just putting it in the pan as it is with the smoked paprika, guys. That is the game changer. Stir that all together so it's nice and combined, and then start to scramble. And as you can see in this last little bit, it's the perfect scrambled consistency. Then you need to get about 1/4 of an avocado, or as much avocado as you like. This is quite a large avocado, so I only needed about 1/4. So add the avocado to your wrap and get mashing away so it's nice and evenly spread. I also went and seasoned it with black pepper and garlic salt, but that is not in this little video. Then you're going to add your spinach to that. I think I went a bit overboard with my spinach, but yeah, just be careful. I got a bit over the top with this particular wrap. Then you're going to add your smoky scrambled eggs. I also add some Cholula hot sauce, but once again, that is optional. And then you have the mammoth task of wrapping it up. This bit I haven't quite got down, but I'm sure you'll be far better than me. Cut it in half, and I would suggest getting some tin foil and wrap it around the end when you eat it. But oh my goodness guys, this is so good, and these wraps in particular are delicious. Sweet potato wraps, so good. Now, these waffles are probably one of my most requested recipes on Instagram, so I felt I should put it in a video for you. I'd love to take credit for the recipe and say it's completely my own, but it's not. It's part of the Protein Power recipe. So you need 2 eggs, a banana, this Protein Power cooking mix. Now, it has a little recipe on the back for pancakes, but I just use it for the waffles. So then you add almond milk. I add a bit of extra baking powder, cinnamon, and stevia once again to help sweeten it, but you can use whatever you like. For the chia jam, you just need some frozen berries, chia seeds, and honey is an option. So start by adding a banana to your NutriBullet cup. Then you're adding in 2 whole eggs. You can use egg whites or if you want to, but for this recipe I'm using 2 whole eggs, it works best. Then you need about 30 grams of the cooking mix, which I've worked out to be about 2 large tablespoons. Then I'm adding in my baking powder, my cinnamon, and some stevia to sweeten it. You know the drill by now. Also just adding a splash of almond milk so the batter gets a nice consistency. So screw on your lid and give the batter just a shake on its own before adding it to your blender. You need to blend it for about no more than kind of 1 minute, 2 minutes max, just so it's nice and evenly combined. I'm spraying my waffle maker with some cooking spray, but it's up to you if you want to use coconut oil or not, whatever oil you prefer. Evenly spread the batter on. You want it to be relatively thick and you shouldn't be able to see the kind of waffle plates below. Pop it down. You're going to leave it for about 2 to 3 minutes to cook. There'll be quite a bit of steam, and once you open it, ta-da! The magic waffles have been made. Go around the edge of the waffle with a knife just to loosen it off and carefully peel it out with your hand. Sometimes this is a lot harder than it looks today, but it came out beautifully and I was really happy with it. This is so good. You will have enough batter to make a second waffle, so whilst I'm making this chia jam, there's another waffle cooking. So add frozen berries to a microwavable dish. I use this large cup measurement, and I'm adding about 1 teaspoon of chia seeds. I also add a bit of honey to sweeten and I mash it all together. Like I said, the honey is optional, but I prefer it because I find these berries can be a little bit sour. Pop that in the microwave for about 1 to 2 minutes and you come back and it's nice and melted, and you mash it all together again and you get this warm berry compote style consistency. Leave that to sit and thicken. Meanwhile, you're going to top your warm waffles with some Greek yogurt. This is optional, you can have whatever you like, and then pour the chia jam on. It's really nice and warm, you can see. Oh my goodness, it looks so good. It was so good. Needless to say, I have eaten everything in this video after I made it. It was delicious. I'm also adding some almond butter because what is life without nut butter? It must be added. And yeah, I think this picture speaks for itself. It was incredible. If you're struggling to keep up with any of the recipes in this video, then they will be in the info box below, so just go and look in there. Now we're back to a savoury recipe, mini salmon and egg muffins. These are great to make in advance when you want something to take to work with you. You need 3 eggs, some smoked salmon, some spinach, cherry tomatoes, and Herbie Za'atar spices. This time we are using 2 whole eggs and 1 egg white, but it's up to you again on the ratios of egg yolk to egg white that you would like to use. Then you also need to add in a splash of almond milk and the Herbie Za'atar spices, which add this really gorgeous flavour to your egg mix and really complement the rest of the muffins. So whisk those all together. This is sped up, guys, I'm not that amazing. Prep your cherry tomatoes and dice them into nice little chunks ready to go into your muffin cases. Then you need to grease your muffin tin. I'm using some coconut oil on a bit of kitchen towel and I rub it round so that it's nice and evenly spread into each bit of the tin. Pour your batter into the tin. I actually overfilled them, so don't go crazy like I did. Add in your chopped tomatoes, add in the spinach, and then carefully add in your smoked salmon on top too. You're then going to add them into an oven at about 180 degrees on the top shelf for roughly 10 to 12 minutes. Keep a time on them and keep an eye on them. And this is how they come out. These are great to eat nice and hot out the oven, or keep them cool in a Tupperware and take them to work with you when you want a high protein snack. On to the final recipe today, and this is a recipe I've been making for almost 4 years, overnight oats in a jar. I used to make this at drama school pretty much most days, so yeah, it takes me back. We need 1/2 cup of oats, we need a teaspoon of chia seeds, we need some cinnamon, and you're going to add that to a bowl so you've got all your dry ingredients together and just combine that again so it's nice and evenly spread. Then you're going to pop in some Greek yogurt, just about 1 large teaspoon or tablespoon of Greek yogurt. I'll use total Greek yogurt. You're going to add in those trusty stevia drops to sweeten, but you could use honey or whatever you like. And about 200 millilitres of almond milk. You're going to stir that all together so it's nice and combined, and then you need to kind of leave it to soak for about 5 or so minutes, maybe 5 to 10 minutes, just so the chia seeds start to absorb the liquid a bit. Then you need to grab a jar. You could use an empty jar like this or an almost empty peanut butter jar, which is my favourite way of making overnight oats. Add in your mixture. Here I make an absolute mess, you'll see. And then you're going to top the oats with some Greek yogurt as well, so to get that extra protein into the breakfast, and it's going to help keep you fuller for longer. So you're going to layer that on top along with your berries. Today I chose strawberries and blueberries, but it's always up to you what you have on top. This is great served with nut butter as well. I really do recommend trying that, or some seeds as well. I hope this video has been useful and has given you some really different ideas to switch up your breakfasts this week. Please tag me in any recipes you make on Instagram and let me know in the comments below if you like them. Thank you for watching as always, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.